Well, howdy doodle, friends and neighbors. This is your buddy Sean, aka Hue-Man. It's been a little while, and I'm here to say hello. Today I want to talk about one simple idea, and this idea is that the path of evolution that we are all on in life, life's path, our life path, is not a circle or a line, it is a spiral moving upward. And as we begin, we mark a place. That is a place of perspective. And as we evolve, we travel around and around and around. If we're traveling in a loop, we hit the same place with the same viewpoint, and we think, what am I doing? I'm stuck. I'm looping. I don't like this. Story, story, story. There's so many things we can tell ourselves when we hit that point. But when we move beyond that point and we see from a higher perspective, it's because we're moving up the ladder of consciousness. We're moving up the upward spiral of our life's experience. And I think that's a good thing. I think it's a good thing to be moving upward. I think it's a good thing to hit that perspective that we started with over and over and look at it from a higher viewpoint and say, whoa, I'm transforming, I'm becoming, I'm evolving. Right now, the dog is over here playing around in his little pond while I'm filming this, and I don't know, perhaps an older version of me would have been like, hey, stop that right now, I'm trying to do it. But right now, it's just kind of like, hey, bro, enjoy yourself. So I'm seeing myself in a higher perspective in this exact moment, kind of having a little giggle about this. But hey, we're all working on developing ourselves as we live, whether we like it or not. I think the point of all of this is that as we live, we don't always have all the information. We have to make decisions based on limited information, oftentimes. And within that limited information, we find ourselves standing at the proverbial cliff from time to time. And when we reach those cliffs, we have to decide whether or not we're going to jump. So please, my friend, give yourself some love and give yourself some credit for all those times you jumped when you didn't have all of the information that you thought you needed in order to jump. You jumped, and whether it worked out in a beautifully positive way or a horrifically negative way, you did the thing. So please give yourself the grace of forgiving yourself for not having all the information and jumping anyway, because that takes courage. Oftentimes we look at courage and we think, oh, if I can only get over this fear, then I can have the courage to do the thing. But that's kind of a distortion. In my opinion, based on my experience in life now, it looks more like, here's a gateway, and this gateway is called fear. And I'm going to walk through this gateway. The doors are going to snap shut behind me. And now I will learn what courage is, because I have walked through the gateway of fear. And I have found that I had courage the whole time, because it took courage to do that. I hope that makes sense. But those gateways of fear are represented in the upward spiral as well. Every single time you move through a gateway of fear, it snaps shut. And now you have to use that courage that is your inherent birthright, that's built within you, that it took that courage to walk through the gateway of fear in the first place. You have to use it to continue moving up the upward spiral of evolution. Because at a certain point, the spirit of life, will not allow us to move backwards. You move through certain gateways, those doors snap shut, and that's it. You can no longer return to that old life in order to try to do things in the ways that feel more comfortable and more predictable. You've moved through the gateway of fear, you use your courage, and it's time to continue spiraling upward. And I'll tell you that recently that's something that happened exactly for me. I've been on quite a journey, and I'll make another video, I'll do writing, I'll explain and I'll talk to you about where I've been and what I've been doing over the last year and 3/4 or so since I stopped publishing every single Wednesday, like I had been doing for about 2 years. Just shy of article number 100, I decided I needed to make some big moves in my life, and that required me to make a lot of sacrifices. And so I had to take a little bit of a break from publishing every week because my life changed drastically. And that's how I ended up here on this farm, sitting in this garden right now. But that's another story for another day. All I will tell you is that I recently tried to revert back to old ways that I used to make money in business, running a marketing business, and realized through banging my head against my desk over and over and over, sending out cold emails, trying to reach out to people saying, hey, let me write stories for you. Let me write newsletters for you. Everybody said no. I worked on this for about a month and a half, almost 2 months of pushing. And I kept having this feeling inside saying, maybe this isn't it, dude. Maybe, just maybe, you've moved through a gateway, the doors slam shut, and you're trying to beat on the doors to get back the other way right now. Is this what you really want? Do you want to beat yourself up, or do you want to move forward? And the unequivocal answer to that question is I want to move forward, upward, and onward to becoming that who I truly am. I am an artist, I am a writer, I am a maker, I am a lover, I am a divinely masculine man, and I am here to touch you and the world in whatever way the spirit of life needs me to. Because when I am in line with myself and my energy is aligned, I am always working on the right thing at the right time, and I trust that. So I've committed to myself that I am going to show up for myself. I'm going to write more. I'm going to share more. I'm going to make some videos. I'm going to put myself in front of the camera, a place that I've never been that comfortable, and I'm just going to go for it because this is what the spirit of life is telling me right now. I appreciate you being here. I appreciate me being here, and together we're going to have some fun. So are you ready? Thank you for watching this video. Be sure to hit like and subscribe below and tell me what you think about this in the comments. But hey, here's to your onward and upward evolution. I'll see you very soon. Thanks for being here.